Hey everybody, I'm sitting here in line at the elevator waiting to unload some canola at about 6:15 on Friday night. Seems like a good way to keep filling up my tax shelter that we've been hearing so much from the Liberals, that they feel that we're taking advantage of a system and getting wealthy while others are struggling. I think there's a lot of misconception about what this tax is and how devastating it's going to be to anybody that's in a small business or works for or with a small business. We're just trying to make enough that we can survive, that we can remain viable. We're not a big company, and there's no pensions, there's no sick leave, there's no 2, 3, 4 weeks holiday that can be built up. We're on our own, we're responsible for everything that we make, and it's getting pretty frightening to think that we have somebody that's supposed to be in charge and supposed to be leading a country who clearly has no idea what it takes to be middle class, what it's like to not be able to pay a cell phone bill, pay your fuel bill, and not know whether or not you're going to be able to pay your employees' wages. The reason I'm here at 6 o'clock at night is not because I'm in the field, it's too hot and dry to actually get canola combine, but I was at my construction job till 5:30, and I was there since first thing this morning, and these are two industries that I'm going to get hit on both because I'm self-employed. If you don't think it's a big impact, ignore it. Look into it, contact your MPs, let these people know that they work for you, and it's not the other way around. They need to understand that they are going to be crippling to an entire generation of family-owned businesses, whether it be farm or anything, not even ag-related. If it's a small business that you started or your grandparents started, you're at a very big risk of losing it all. Thanks for your time.
Hi, my name's Megs, and I farm with my husband and 2 little girls in southwest Saskatchewan. I wanted to take a minute to talk to you guys about why we are upset. I want to talk about how the proposed tax changes could affect succession planning and passing on the family land, keeping it in the family. I might have come from the city, but my farm girls are 5th generation, and they are lucky to be growing up on a family farm that's 107 years old in Saskatchewan, Canada. I don't think it's fair that the government wants to make it easier to sell that land outside the family rather than to keep it in the family. I've heard numbers along the lines of $500,000 in tax to sell to a stranger, but to sell that exact same parcel of land to a family member, you'd be looking at $1.5 million. That blows my mind. That's outrageous. That's a government basically saying that they want to shut down family farms, that they don't want that next generation coming in and farming. Why? 98% of family farms, 98% of farms in Canada are family owned and operated. That's huge. That's amazing. That's a Canadian farming legacy, and what? The Liberal government wants to shut that down? That's something we need to fight.
Hi everybody. Just hanging out in my big yellow tax shelter here, waiting to unload at the grain elevator so that I can give apparently more of my money to the Liberal government because they don't think they're taxing small businesses, including farmers, enough. I don't know how much harder I can work, how much more I can physically do to try to get ahead in life. It's so hard. I see so little of my family, have so much time that I spend working. I have so little spare time for myself, and they want to take more of my money and give it away to stupid spending programs and give it to other countries. Enough's enough. We need to keep the money in our own pockets to be able to even help our own families survive. I have to go work at my part-time job next week when I'm not hauling grain, because harvest is done now, to try to just make ends meet for our family. And it's hard, and the Trudeau government is just making it worse. So people, please stand up against the government. They're a bunch of bullies. We don't need them in our lives. We need to fix this now.
If you still think the proposed tax changes are just going after that 1%, the wealthy, the elite. I just wanted to say they're going to really hit my family farm hard. Our farm is subsidized still, usually, by off-farm revenue. Like I said, we're starting out. We're still at the beginning of our business plan. We are a small business. We're middle class. Last year was a crazy hard farming year. We had extreme amounts of rain, even with 3 insurances. The max payouts, we didn't break even. We didn't even come close to breaking even. We actually struggled to be able to farm again this year. I just want to say that the people making these laws, proposing these laws, I don't think that they know what it feels like to feel like you have failed providing for your family, to feel like you're a failure. I don't think they understand what it's like to have a conversation between husband and wife about how you feel you're only worth your life insurance policy, because that is a conversation that a lot of small business owners have had. I know we were not the only ones to share that conversation. So that's just a little personal information if you still think that this tax law is just going after that 1%.